Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with my Atakline for this Thursday, May 25th, 2017. I have not made an Atakline in a bit. So, knowing this might be a long attack line, I haven't made one lately, I'll try to keep this short but sweet. Gigs, had a couple gigs the last couple weeks. Well, I've been off on break since May 13th. That was my last big gig I did. It was a birthday party, a 50th birthday party in Rochester. Done this family before for a couple parties in November. First time doing a birthday related event, not like an after soccer thing I've done in the past. Didn't make November, but I made it to this party with my dad being my roadie, of course. Fun show, very small crowd, but 25 people. But a lot of 80s work, like Madonna worked, Prince worked. Michael, She Could Bite Onto the Ground, which I've not played in a while, that Jackson song. Of course, new songs obviously worked as well. So, it was a fun show to end before my break. I've been on break since then. So I went to Columbus, Ohio. Get to that in a minute. But I do have a gig this week. Saturday, a wedding. My first summer gig. Summer tour starts this week. So, busy season begins, people. For me. And I went to a couple concerts since the break from making Ataklines. Oates and Tears for Fears on May 17th. This past Wednesday. And it was a fun show. I took my mom. My mom was a big fan. She wanted to see Oates for years. Finally got a ticket. Groupon, thank you for the cheap price for the tickets. They had a third guy, Alan Stone, was good. Tears for Fears kicked ass, man. They were terrific. Great rendition of Shout. Even a technical glitch didn't stop them. They had a great rendition of Everybody Wants to Rule the World. That was the first song. Love Mad World. That's one of my personal favorites. I'm happy to do that one. Also did a haunting version of Creep by Radiohead. Young older folks were there. And some young folks like me, so it's interesting to see them perform in front of an old audience playing that song. And the Oates were good too. The live DVD I had with them was a little better because they changed the keys and pitch to all the songs. And rearranged them too. Very long arrangements. And I felt like Hall did a lot more of the work. He was singing a lot, and it felt like watching Deep Purple, and it's jammed every song. I can't go, but I went for like 10 minutes. Because they're like jamming and shit. And Hall was on his vocal ones. Yeah, Daryl was on a vocal one, and John did nothing. Although he did get a lead on a great cover of You've Lost That Loving Feeling by the Righteous Brothers. The songs did do great, were great. Like Witch Girl, and She's Gone, and I Can't Go For Them As Long, but I did like the encore. Like, they just kept songs length at a minimal. With Make My Dream Come True, which was the last song, and Private Eyes, and Kiss On My List. The last 4 songs were like very short. And Witch Girl. Those are the encore songs. And they kicked ass on those 4. So it was a fun show with some sad little irony and eeriness. That was the night the Soundgarden concert happened at the Fox Theater. And Chris Cornell died that night. It was kind of weird to be in the vicinity of that. Of course, added on more because I was going to Walk in the Range in Columbus, Ohio. And they were supposed to be there for the first night. Where's my shirt? Is it getting washed? Oh, there it is. Got a bootleg shirt from it, so. So I went to Walk in the Range. First Wheel Festival I went to. And, of course, going into it was sad because of the whole Chris Cornell thing. Sad knowing I was also, within, 2 miles of where they were. That night when I was with my mom for Hall & Oates. So, woke up to that Thursday morning. I was like, dang it! Why now? There's a lot of stories about what happened with the pills and stuff. Sad situation with that. So, R.I.P. Chris Cornell. So, my dad took me. We were supposed to camp, but the weather was supposed to be bad all 3 days. And it ended up being a big factor. It was a fun festival. Even with the weather delays each day. There was evacuation the first day. A 4-hour delay. And then the second day, it started 3 hours later. And it cut the last band by 2 songs, including their best song they weren't able to do because of a storm that wasn't coming for another hour. And then the third day went smoothly until the second to last band and they had a little delay. But everybody got to play. So my favorites throughout the day. Friday, the two bands I was looking forward to seeing. There was the least amount of bands I was looking forward to seeing. It was supposed to be 4 with Soundgarden, but since they were out, it was 3. Bush and Sum 41, they went on later because of that 3-hour rain delay. And they kicked ass. Bush was amazing on the main stage, great buzz and everything zen and all that. Sum 41 was on the second stage, that was crazy. Especially being so close there in the pit area. And live, the forced headliner since Soundgarden happened. And I forgot All Over You. That was a good one to open up with. And of course, obviously, great versions of I Alone and Lightning Crashes with the original lead singer Ed Kowalczyk back in the lineup for the first time in years. And they had a tribute to Chris Cornell after that, which of course was later because of the delay. And they had like a couple videos of his playing in a montage with an isolated vocal track of Black Hole Sun. Then they had Corey Taylor from Stone Sour. They did a show the night before, like a warm-up show before walking the ring. It's like a little kickoff show, and he stood around to perform an acoustic version of Wish You Were Here and also Hunger Strike. They played a couple more Chris songs on the PA. I left at that point because I was like, they're going to just play videos the rest of the time? I'm just leaving. But at least I saw like the live performance of Corey Taylor showing up unannounced. A lot of bands impressed me that I've never seen before. I Prevail was one of my favorites on Friday I've never heard of. They're from Detroit, so it's kind of cool to see a couple hometown boys. Goodbye June was not bad. Burial Tracks was not bad on Friday. Saturday was the best day for me. Like the most bands I was looking forward to seeing besides Metallica the last day. That was my day on the main stage. Starset surprised me. Never heard of them. They were pretty good. Alter Bridge was great. Got to see Miles again. Pissed did not do Edge's theme song, Metalingus. Edge is a wrestler, so they did a wrestler's theme song. They didn't do it. Damn it. But they were still good, though. Skillet was really good. They had a lot of energy. You know, I know a couple of their songs, but there's a couple I never heard of, and they were great. A lot of energy. Girl drummer kicked ass. So it was a fun time seeing them. Seether. Third time seeing them. Seen them open for 3 Days Grace and Nickelback back in 08 and 09. So it's my first time seeing them in 7 years. The only band on the festival I have seen before. And they kicked ass. It's probably the best time I've seen them. Too bad they didn't pull out their George Michael cover of Careless Whisper. I was wondering if they were going to do that. They did it when I saw it in 09. So, but let's see them again. They kicked ass. And Papa Roach was great. Loved them on Saturday. And been a fan of theirs since the first album, Infest. It was cool to hear She Loves You Not from the second album. That was kind of cool. Obviously, Last Resort got a big reaction from the people. And that wasn't the ender. They ended with Getting Away with Murder. I do love that one. I was surprised that was the ender. They did a good version of Scars. And they did do the old Wall theme song, To Be Loved. At least somebody did a wrestling-related song. And the best of Friday was definitely Saturday, should I say. Offspring was the best for Saturday. They kicked ass in every song everybody knew. You know, Self-Esteem, Come Out and Play, Pretty White Guy, Pretty Fight for White Guy. Why Don't You Get a Job? My Brother's Theme Song. Kind of. And You're Gonna Go Fuck It. I just discovered that song about a couple years ago. And I like that one. That was the opening song. And then Korn was the headliner. Went pretty well until they had a cut right before Freak on the Leash. Fucking sucked. They blind and make you bad. And here to say they were pretty good. And it was interesting they made it because Jonathan had to cancel a show the week before because of his voice. So I wondered if they were going to make it. They did. But they had a cut about 20 minutes short of ending because of Wayne was coming for another hour. So they could have finished their set or should have cut one new song and do Freak on the Leash. They didn't do Freak on the Leash, so that fucking sucked. Sunday was the least amount of bands I've heard of that were playing, but they were still pretty good. One last reason, that was Saturday. They were pretty good, too. Dolphy was pretty good on Sunday. Never heard of them. But I did hear one of their songs. The Wicked Ones. It was a theme song for an old WWE pay-per-view. TLC back in 2015. They started doing that song, and I'm like, I've heard that song before. But a fan of heart, but a fan of heart. I was like, what have I heard this one before? Then we researched later, I was like, oh, it was on a commercial, and WWE used it. So, Great cover of I Put a Spell on You. They did. And a couple Chris Cornell tributes over the weekend, including Pretty Reckless, who, they were good, by the way. And it's kind of sad they were opening for Soundgarden at the time. And all these bands were going to be in Detroit at the same time, right before Walking the Range. So it was weird to see them all there, and of course, seeing not all of them, but Soundgarden. And a couple Chris Cornell things, including Like a Stone by Pretty Reckless, the third day. And Live did a Chris Cornell cover right before Stone Sour came out for their thing at the end of Friday night. And I missed it because I was leaving to go see Sum 41, but Bush did a little bit of Black Hole Sun. So I saw Bush up until everything's end because I wanted to get a good spot for Sum 41. And I wanted to get a good spot for Zach Sabbath. Big mistake. I was in the pit for the second stage, the Zippo stage, Crowd Surfers Palooza, especially doing Warpace. It was still fun, but it was tough to watch because I was like watching my back from Crowd Surfers. It was crazy for that one. It was probably as crazy as it was for Sum 41, especially when Fat Leg came on Friday. But I was impressed by Dorothy. Pretty Reckless was pretty good. Primus? Yeah, I saw Primus, but it's like, the mix was bad. So, everyone's mix was pretty good, for the most part. Volbeat, I like them. I'm starting to like them. I like Seal the Deal. Got a new favorite song, Still Counting. Though it's a couple years old, but I still like them. Counting all the assholes in the room. They went pretty well for the first hour or so. Then at 7:50, they had to cut the show. They didn't evacuate us for this time, but I was like, why wait now? You know, this is my worst nightmare, because I've been checking the forecast. I was like, they better not cut Metallica, especially what happened in Korn the night before. So, after about an hour rain delay, Volbeat came back out, finished the set for the last two songs. Metallica went on like at 10 o'clock, and did their entire 2-hour set. And they were fucking amazing! They crushed it! They crushed Columbus, Ohio! They crushed it! Only 4 new songs, so kept the new songs at a minimum. They then opened up with Hardwired. A lot of old songs. They killed them with Creeping Death, and a couple songs from Injustice, including Blacken and All the Story of Sorrow, and in Sanitarium, Fade to Black, Wisdom of the Battery. I love Battery, but they didn't do Master of Puppets. And One, and Question on One. And the mix was pretty good for them. And I did like they did the usual doodle between Rob and Kirk. They did an instrumental version of just guitar and bass to I Disappear. I was probably the only one in the section who knew the song and sang the lyrics. So, it was cool to see that. Made up for the fact they did nothing much after the Black Album. They did nothing from Fuel. I wish they did Fuel. But they didn't do anything from Load or Reload or even That Magnetic. And of course, probably to everyone's happiness, nothing from Saint Anger. I had that album. But I love them to see them do Fuel, but hey, the song they did do were amazing. Like Seek and Destroy, It Rained Again, like a sprinkle during Seek and Destroy. And they did great versions of Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters. Ending with Enter Sandman. And that was a great way to end the festival. Waited all 3 days, but got to see Metallica. And it was an awesome weekend. Probably never do this again. It's once in a lifetime thing for me. I may go again, but for right now, I'm not going again. You know, it's a once in a lifetime thing for me. Metallica's like one of the main reasons I was going. They had not announced the tour dates yet at the time. I didn't want to wait for them to announce the tour dates, and I couldn't go in Detroit, which I could have. But it was Metallica and Volbeat without Avenged on Sunday. So, they're going to trim down version of the show that they normally do, but I'm still getting to see them. You know, finally got to see Metallica. Bucket list, check off. So, there you go. Now, on the entertainment news, I've not made an Atakline in a bit, so number one movie, No Guardians of the Galaxy debuted at number 1. Held it for a couple weeks, then lost this past weekend to Alien Covenant. Wow, I did not think they were going to get the victory. But they did get the victory with a decent $36 million debut. I expect big competition this week because you got Pirates of the Caribbean 5 and Baywatch coming out this week. So, it's going to be trying to see which movie wins out. I think Baywatch wins. Then you have the Billboard number 1s. We have a new number 1 album. Last couple, Kendrick was number 1 a couple weeks, but now Harry Styles' debut album debuts at number 1 thanks to a little help from SNL, gets a decent sale. Of course, he is the second One Direction member to have a solo album debut at #1, because Zayn's album debuted at #1 last year. Now, I know Niall's working on his. So, congrats to Harry for this new #1. And we have a still #1. New #1 when I was on break. It's the, I hope I say this right, Despacito remix with Louis Fontaine and Daddy Yankee with Justin Bieber. I heard it like a little bit, but can we please get a bouncy song, damn it! It's summertime! Fuck big tempos! There's no true song in the summer yet to me. You know what I mean? Molly's new song's okay. I do like Katy Perry's Swish Swish, her best song in a while. Better than the last two songs, better than Bon Appetit and Change to the Rhythm. At least it's bouncy. We need like 10,000 Swish Swishes right now. So, there you go. That's your Billboard #1s. And, with this week, I think Drake's in the chart. He's been on the Hot 100 for 8 consecutive years. Because he's been on it at least once a year. So gets him with that. And he topped the Billboard Award. He was the biggest victor, beating Adele's record last year, winning 12 last year. He won 13, including Top Artist, Top Male, Top Billboard 200 Artist, and Hot 100 Artist, and Sales Artist, Streaming Songs Artist, Rap Tour, among others. Rap album, Top Hot 100 album, top winning Best Collaboration and Best R&B Song for One Dance, and Song in the Summer. So big night for Drake. Another big night for Chainsmokers. They won a couple, winning Best Collaboration. And they also won Best Hot 100 Song for Closer. Obviously, because it was like the longest #1 of the year last year with 13 weeks on the top. Beyonce won Best R&B Artist, and Chainsmokers also won Best Dance Electronic Artist. And Beyonce won, but not just the R&B album for Lemonade, but also Best R&B Artist, Best R&B Tour, and Top Touring Artist. 21 Pilots won a couple. They won Best Radio Artist, Best Duo, Top Duo or Group, and Chart Achievement Award. So they won a couple. They won Top New Artist. Wasteful won Best Rap Collabo for Black Beatles. Metallica won Best Rock Album for Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Or just, FGL won Best Country Group and Best Country Song for Holy. If there was a country group song. If there wasn't, I'm sorry. So those were some of the big victories from the Billboard Awards. I almost said CMT. The CMT Awards are coming up a week from Wednesday, June the 7th. We got your host, Charles Aston. You had the top nominees. And now we have the first performers set for the awards, including a couple weird collaborations, including Chainsmokers and FGL. Why are Chainsmokers at a country show? But hey, country's now popping WAP now. Because I know FGL did a song on the Chainsmokers' latest album, Memories Do Not Open. So they're performing live for the first time together. And also, Lady A will be jamming with Earth, Wind, and Fire. And Keith Urban and Carry On the World will keep their Fighter performance tour continue. They've been performing at every award show lately. And now they're performing again at the CMT Awards. And then the other performers, got Blake Shelton performing, Blair Eldridge, Luke Bryan, Miranda Lambert, and Thomas Rhett. So those are some of the initial performers set for the CMT Awards happening on June the 7th. Now showing you this attack line, this very lengthy attack line with news on Guns N' Roses. Their successful reunion tour of 3/5 of the Appetite for Destruction lineup, everybody but Izzy and Steven Adler, of course being Axl, Slash, and Duff McKagan, has been very successful for them. The U.S. Stadium Summer Tour last year, which kicked off in Detroit, went pretty well, and they've been extending the tour with another American Stadium leg this summer and a European leg. And now they've been update considering the European leg of the tour well, not Japan. The summer leg plus adding a fall leg. They added openers for the summer leg of the tour, which will include Deftones and select dates. Also live, we'll be opening up select cities as well as Royal Blood, Our Lady Peace, most of the Canadian stops, and ZZ Top in Texas. And now they added a bunch of new fall dates to the tour, which will start on October 8th. It's all arenas. This is what I thought they were going to do back in February. They were teasing a new leg of shows. For the summer, I thought they were going to do a summer arena leg. Better not be the summer stadium leg. But now they're doing an arena leg, which will include 2 nights at MSG, a couple nights in Boston and Toronto, and Detroit at the Little Caesars Arena on November the 2nd. That's going to be in Chicago, Houston, Tulsa, ending with 2 nights in Los Angeles, 1 night at the Staples, and 1 night at the Forum around Thanksgiving weekend, the 24th and 25th of November. So big tour for them. It continues on. Opening set for the summer leg, and of course, a new fall leg for the Not In This Lifetime tour is added for GNR, Guns, and fucking Roses. So there you go with that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this very lengthy attack. It's been a while since I made one, so you know it's going to be late, man. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.